This your home. It's your home girl, Arabia Barbosa. Not gonna go live too long, but you saw what I wrote in the title, and you go into the description. It tells what I need to tell. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Queen Regina. Checkmate, aka Queen Regina. Shout out to Queen Regina. Thank you, baby girl. Yes, you are a big help on these YouTube streets. You're a big help on these YouTube streets. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to all my subscribers, new and old. Shout out to you. Some of you came from the older channel. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. It is what it is. I'm not God Almighty, but I'm going to tell the goddamn truth. Shout out to the chat. I am your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, number 4, Western County, York. And Birdman is no longer in my life. He met some of y'all on these YouTube streets. Shout out to Sis. Shout out to anyone that he met on these YouTube streets. And I ain't got nothing against Sis. Nothing. Sis know it. Sis like to laugh. He like to joke. He like to play. It's all good. He's a businessman. Queen Regina is a businesswoman. Shout out to both of these YouTube creators. Shout out to them. Queen Regina, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know personally what happened yesterday on that fucking job. And people tried to disrespect me. Even though I did what I did, what you suggested me to do, I did it, Queen Regina. Child, I believe they are setting me up. Set me up. I'm gonna leave from that company. I gotta leave from there. Shout out to the chat. Birdman, he used to live on that street not too long from that job. He's no longer there. No longer there. Shout out to the chat. And certain men, and I don't mean to harm, a lot of men, a lot of women that have slept with me while I was in South Carolina doing what I needed to do. They thought it was necessary. Uh, uh, can we get residence with you? Only one left. She went over there to her mama. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. I'm not allowing no men to disrespect me. No men. Shout out to Queen Regina. Shout out to Sister T. Shout out to Soulfly. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady. Lovelace. Kelly G. Shout out to the women on YouTube. But shout out to Queen Regina the most. I'm shouting at Queen Regina because Queen Regina kept me on point. Because you know what? I went to that job yesterday morning and I wanted to curse out the whole shit. I wanted to curse out the big man, the little man, and get off the fucking site. But something say, don't do that. When I'm being mistreated on a job, I call the office. The office sent out their safety lieutenant. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Queen Regina for speaking out. As long as I'm here on these YouTube streets, I'm going to speak up for the YouTube women and some of the men. Now, I see some men on YouTube doing their videos, and they not been here doing videos a long time like Sis. Sis been here forever doing videos. Certain men on these YouTube streets been doing videos forever, but we got a lot of young YouTube male creators that's on these YouTube streets. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Don't you ever disrespect me. Don't you ever think you're gonna play me or nothing. When you wanna know something about me, listen to my videos. Go back to my older channels. I am your homegirl. Yo, shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Manhattan. But we also gonna shout out to Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Whatever part of Georgia Queen Regina is from, shout out to Queen Regina. You did me a solid, and I thank you. And I'm going to do what I need to do, Queen Regina. Now, shout out to you. You did a solid for me. I'm going to tell you something. When I was on that job yesterday, and I thought I was being disrespected, oh, y'all going to do a sweeping job? Y'all going to do trash, a light cleanup? No. You know what I did, Queen Regina? I called the office. Come out here and see what we got going on. The woman came out there and see. We was loading everything while she was talking. And I got the other young man to get more money than what he would have ever had. But I think that young man wanted to come into this fucking apartment. Ain't no man gonna live with me. You ain't Birdman. You ain't gonna live with me. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you're not Birdman, if you're not D God, my God, and both of these men are gods. Kendall is from Harlem, New York. He know not to come to this house. He know. So I'm not coming to the house because a baby gonna get mad with me and fight me. Yeah. That's why Birdman left. That's why Angelo left. That's why all these niggas oh shit. Got a hiccup. I went to the doctor. Last week. He said this cough is from you smoking them cigarettes. The cough is from your emotional thing going on. To the blood work. We did everything we could do. But I know I'll be turning 52. A few more days. I'm mad as hell. Not with the men on YouTube, not with the women on YouTube. People in my real fucking life. Motherfuckers that actually stole money. My adoptive mother died in 2019. Don't you know she put somebody over her estate. She gave all her money but I already know her money ain't gonna run that long. Already know. You did a dirty deed to me. Shout out to the chat. And my homeboys, my homegirls from New York understand what the fuck is going on. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to you. Shout out to my old moderators on my bigger channel. Shout out to you. We went through all kinds of bullshit. And when people talk about Donna 2455, you better talk about me. Because I'm coming. I'm coming. Full force. You talk about her. You talk about any of my moderators. And I do believe before Donna or anybody became my moderators, there was Sis. He was my managing moderator. Shout out to Sis. Lonnie, One Love, the Empress on this YouTube streets. She was my managing moderator. She blocked everybody out of the goddamn chat. Shout out to Lonnie for doing that. Because Lonnie was telling me, don't give other people a stronghold. Don't do that. Because you leave yourself as a chicken. Like a chicken with the head cut off. Basically, that's what she would tell me. Now, I ain't got nothing against Lonnie. Nothing. Me and her went back to back, forth to forth, years ago. Over a year ago. I ain't worried about that. Shout out to Andre O.D. Campbell. Punish me video. Yes. Yeah, this is YouTube. Yes. Pay for your crimes. Yes. I am mad as fuck right now. Now shout out to the chat. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to tell my story. But my story don't need to be told on YouTube. It be done in the real world. And unfortunately, I might not be able to conquer everything in my personal life, my past, my present, my future. I don't give a fuck about my future. Because I already know my heart condition. I already know this and that. I don't give a fuck about that. If I'm on YouTube beefing with people, that's what I need to do. If I'm on YouTube loving people, that's what I'm going to fucking do. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yo, Donna, 2455, you'll always be my homegirl. You're not from New York. You're not from New York at all. But I'm going to tell you something, baby girl. I saw you when you was in the chat and somebody was talking bad about me. You took up for me. Yes, you did. Shout out to Donna, 2455. And 27, Darren, I ain't got nothing against you. You said, well, you don't got no friends on YouTube. You ain't got no friends on YouTube. That's you. That's your experience. My experience is totally different. I'm from New York. 914 Westchester County, New York. I'm from New York. Even though I'm living down here in South Carolina, it doesn't matter. My mother is a Geechee. She's a piece of shit. Shout out to the fucking chat. She's a loser. Had 5 children. Gave all of us to the fucking foster care system. Let me tell you something. My mother grew up in the segregated South, where they was taught they were Sambos. They were taught they were coons. They was taught that they were niggas. They were taught they ate shit. My mother did her children just like that. But I'm a shout out to the universe. Shout out to the universe. Because my mother had 5 children. You know, all the children that had their children, guess what? They are blessed. You know why? Because they didn't abandon their children. They didn't leave their children. They paid their child support. The men. Some of the men was in the children lives. Shout out to the chat. I got a nephew on social media. He's a military veteran. His father tried to tell him, don't go into the military, son. Don't go into the military. My nephew went into the fucking military because that's what I wanted to do. Me and my nephew are we different people, but we got the same spirit. Shout out to my father. Shout out to my grandparents. Shout out to my great grandma Barbosa. Great grandma Barbosa is in this motherfucking house. And when everything changes over, everything changes over. Everything. Everything got to be changed. Everything got to be changed. Shout out to the chat. I'm going to start dressing like her. Yes. Shout out to the chat. Queen Regina don't know what that means. She don't know what it means. My great grandma Barbosa was a seer. She was she was like a shaman. She would give you pills or do readings or do anything from the 7 African powers. Shout out to the 7 African powers. Says, do you know anything about the 7 African powers? I think not. I think not. Shout out to the chat. The more angry I become, my New York accent is sounding different. I'm from Westchester County, New York. My New York accent is always going to be different. I'm learning different languages, so my tongue is rolling in a different way. It's not on a man dick. It's not on a woman pussy. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. Anybody want to hit the link? The link is right there. And a lot of you don't want to hit the fucking link because you're at work. You're at work. But I'm going to tell you something. You do a video about me, I'm going to do 10 videos about you. Shout out to the chat. And I'm going to take up for my YouTube creators. I'm going to take up for them. And those that are my moderators on my bigger channel, guess what? I'm going to take up for you. I'm going to take up for you. Anybody talk shit about any of y'all, I'm going to take up for you. And you know it. Now shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We in the motherfucking house. We in the motherfucking house. And we here because I had to do other stuff this morning. I had to get up, go downtown. I had to get up and get food in this house. I had to get up and do stuff that I couldn't do if I'm on a job. Now tomorrow might be a different day. Might be a different day. But I'm going to tell y'all something real close. 914 Westchester County, New York. My birthday is March the 18th. March the 18th. I'll be 52 this year. How the fuck did I get here? How the fuck did I fucking get here? My father, my mother started sleeping with each other. They produced me. They produced a brother of mine. My brother, he got children. He got grandchildren now. Shout out to the chat. I'm not gonna reveal his name. He knows when I go live. He knows. Because I share everything back to my other social media platforms. But I'm so sad that my home girl, my cousin, my baby girl, my sister, I call her my sister, died over a year ago. She was sleeping in her bed. She cleaned the house. She paid the bills. She paid the rent that month. When her children could not wake her up. Her name is Shakia Davis. Shout out to Shakia. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Because you did a lot of stuff for me. You did. And before I left New York, I made sure I gave you what you needed to have. I wanted you to have it. My other homegirl from Yonkers, New York, I did everything for these women. Nature, Cray Cray, Shakia, Dolores. Who does anything for me? Who? Certain people on YouTube. Shout out to those that had hit my Cash App. I appreciate that. My Cash App is not in the fucking chat. Those that know how I do, when I get ready to go, whatever. It is what the fuck it is. Shout out to the chat. I'm not concerned if Sis is live right now. I don't care. I'm not a rabbit. I'm not a rabbit. I'm Soda Nation. I'm Arabia Barbosa Nation. I am the royal house of Barbosa. Let's get the royal house of Barbosa. And some of you know who the fuck you are. I don't need to call your name. I don't need to call your fucking name. You did your time with me. You didn't sit in the county jail with me. You didn't sit in the city jail with me. You didn't sit in the rehab with me. You didn't go to Job Corps with me. You didn't go to prison with me. But you came on this platform. Shout out to the chat. I am your homegirl. Arabia Barbosa 914 was a Kanyo. And I got the from Birdman. Shout out to him. I know where he lived. my baby boy, he moved from one bad neighborhood and he went to a good neighborhood, got a house. He's a veteran. Shout out to him. And I'm gonna tell you something. Well, he used to tell me, baby, look out for yourself. Be careful of yourself. Stop trusting everyone. Stop trusting everyone. He wasn't talking about people on YouTube. He was talking about people in the real life. Because he knows I get hungry. And I got hungry yesterday morning. I wanted that man in my house. But when I heard the coworker say he ate everything that was in his fucking bag, and this man still went to the store and got more food to eat and got drinks to drink. He ain't come back with nothing for me. So I know that would have been a done deal. See, I look for red flags when I want a partner, either be male or female. When I want something, you gotta produce something for me. Don't do so much for yourself. Yes, look out for yourself. But if I'm in the background, look out for me. And a lot of them don't do it. Texas niggas do it. I'm looking for that Texas nigga. That's why I went downtown Charleston looking for Texas niggas. That's what I do. I look for people that look out for me. And Texas don't even try to say, well, baby, I'm going to live with you. Nah, Texas don't need to live with me. Texas go on wherever they doing. They fucking whoever they want to fuck. And mostly bitches. Because when Texas nigga come into the play, he's screaming. And I heard his scream years ago. I want me some pussy. Where are the bitches? Where are the bitches? I heard when he did that years ago, around the pandemic, after the pandemic. I don't mean no harm. Me in Texas, we had to jump on one of my exes. We had to jump on him. He allowed. Yo, we had to beat that motherfucker down on the ground. The New York nigga that was sitting there, he ran. Ran like a little bitch. Then we moved on from there. Because I had to change my clothes. I had to take a shower. Because I was living homeless at that time. So I went in the house. I took a shower. I changed my clothes. I took off everything that was old. Put it in the bag. And then I heard some slapping going on and people hollering and screaming. I was in my grandfather's house right here down there in downtown Charleston. And I came out of the bathroom. I said, what the fuck is going on? He said, I had to slap this nigga up and I'm getting ready to slap that bitch up. I said, no, we ain't come here for this. He said, baby, get your shit together. Let's get the fuck out of here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I ain't want no home invasion thing coming. I ain't want no burglary because it was not burglary. I knocked on the fucking door and you let me the fuck in. Shout out to chat. That is my grandfather's house. And that bitch, my grandfather let her live there. I don't think my Grandpa Henry didn't have a will. Shout out to the chat. Grandpa Henry is my biological father. And when I met him, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm 5'2". That man was 5'4". He had the glasses on, he had the white hair, and his skin was darker than my shoe. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. You don't want to hear the truth? We gonna get deeper. Get deeper. But I never called my Texas nigga name. Never. I ran into the Texas nigga a few months ago while I was working at the Walmart ticket. He just walked up. Joe Ray, what's up? What's going on? I said, ain't nothing going on. I said, where you at? And he told me he was in the county jail for 9 months. 9 months. I said, what the fuck you did? He didn't tell me what he did. Anyway, I gave him $5. But I remember that nigga. I remember him real close because he used to slap up them New York niggas. Slap the fuck out of their asses. Oh yeah, they used to do that 52 blocks. That nigga had this Texas 52 blocks. Let me tell you something. He used to slap down them New York niggas, New Jersey niggas, Connecticut niggas, niggas from Chicago. He slapped down Chicago niggas. I said, God damn, he ain't that big. He taller than me. Like the way his hair and braids. Got nice hair. Beautiful dude. And I'm speaking him up. I'm speaking him up. I went downtown this morning. Oh, they didn't find him. I need to go further down because he'll be there. But he's so embarrassed about what the fuck he was doing with these people on these streets. He don't even want to approach me. Sometimes he just sit by himself and look. We gonna come face to face once again. And I don't mean no harm, but he gonna slap New York niggas. He gonna slap New Jersey niggas. He gonna slap niggas from Connecticut. He gonna slap niggas from South Carolina. Yes, I seen him slap niggas from South Carolina. Knock them out cold. And I don't mean no harm. I slept with that nigga. Yeah. Oh yeah, he ate my pussy. I slept with that nigga. Cause I like niggas that know how to fuck. I don't like no lazy ass nigga. I like niggas that know how to fuck. I like bitches that know how to fuck. Cause when I sleep with a bitch, you better know how to fuck. You better know. And we don't use sex toys not in this house. But and that nigga know where I live. He know where the fuck I live. Good. I'm gonna tell you something. A few months ago, he was in this area. He watched me walk from the store back to this fucking house. This man has never knocked on my goddamn door. He trying to stand on his own 2 feet. That's what Texas niggas do. New York niggas do the same thing. New Jersey niggas do the same thing. Connecticut niggas do the same thing. But I'm going to tell you something. He used to slap all them niggas up. You from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you talking shit? Chicago? Oh, he used to like to slap up Chicago all the time. Slap the fuck out of him and knock his ass out. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here.